Hello there, and welcome to episode 26 of Adventures in Knitting with Jen. My name is Jen, and welcome. So glad to have you here. Hello to all the new subscribers recently. Glad to have you here. So today, just going to talk a little bit about the evolution of a knitter and how I've changed from when I started knitting to now. But first, a little about how I came to that process. So, this is my last episode in this setting because I am headed home. Next Saturday, I will be, at this time, hopefully on the road to Thunder Bay and heading back to my summer home. This is my winter home. So, yeah, in that process, I have been packing and cleaning, and that of course led me to sorting my yarn and figuring out what I'm going to bring home with me. And yeah, so I was going through all of my yarn and figuring out what to make. I have a lot of yarn, as I have talked about before. In the first, I think, second or third episode, I talked about why I bought so much yarn. And it was basically because of grief. If you are new here, my dad passed away April 2020, melanoma cancer. So, yeah. As I was grieving and processing that, basically every time I was sad, I bought yarn. And I bought a lot of it. And I didn't have a rhyme or reason for what I bought. I just saw something that was pretty and I bought it. And I didn't buy enough for projects. I bought random skeins. I have most of it packed up. I should have kept some to save to show you, but I did not think that far ahead. Anyways, I didn't buy for projects. So now I have this dilemma of mixing and matching patterns and skeins of yarn. A lot of socks. I was into socks, so I bought a lot of sock yarn. Here. There we go. This is an example. So, buying like yarn like this, one skein of fingering weight yarn just looked pretty. I wanted to buy it. This is Wolf Girl, so it was like a Game of Thrones themed yarn, which I thought was really cool at the time. But you can only make so many socks. I already have so much socks, and I still enjoy making them, but I need to start making for other people, I think, because how many pairs of socks does a person need? I don't know. If you're a sock knitter, how many pairs of knitted socks is too much? I have quite a bit. I should count. But I have probably at least 30 pairs now. And of course, I'm going to keep knitting them. So, yes, in the beginning, when I started knitting, I bought fingering weight skeins, variegated, and random. And then eventually I started to go, okay, you know what? I need to buy projects. I need to buy project worth of yarn. And I changed too. I didn't buy as much variegated because that's a little more difficult to mix and match. I'm not big into color work either, right? I was attracted to it at first. In hats, oh yeah. Worsted weight coloring work, I love it. Fingering weight color work, no. I've talked about that with my quilty. Just no. So, yeah, changing. So like for instance, this skeins of yarn I've had for a long time. I don't even know. Juiced, it's called, by Comfy Cozy Knits. So I was like, okay, fingering weight, I need about 2 and a bit skeins. I could get away with 2 skeins to make a project for myself. So I started buying 3 skeins of fingering weight yarn to make projects. However, as I have progressed through my knitting journey, I have discovered that I do not like knitting fingering weight projects. And I have talked about this before. They take so long. I am a product knitter. I just want the finished product. And fingering weight takes so long. Ideally, I would like to be able to make one project a month, big project a month, along with littler ones. Fingering weight projects, they take me 2-3 months. So I get frustrated, or I forget them, or I put them aside, do other things, and then they take even longer to knit because I'm not a monogamous knitter. I like to do a couple things at once, usually 3 or 4 projects at the same time. Yeah. So I have all these sweater quantities of fingering weight yarn, and I had made a queue on Ravelry of all these in September when I came here, and I organized all my yarn. I was like, okay, this is how I'm going to use this up, because I'm trying to use up my stash, use up my oldest yarns so that I can, clean out my stash and going forward only buy for projects. But I have enough yarn right now to last me for 2 years probably of projects. I mean, I have this yarn here, which I think I'm at like 160 skeins. I have a couple boxes at home still. So yeah, probably easy 200 skeins of yarn. That's a lot of yarn. That's a lot of knitting. So that's my year theme. A lot of knitters, I've noticed a theme too in a lot of like different podcasts that I watch. People are like, okay, shopping the stash, using up the stash. So that's also part of my goal this year. So because this is, my last week here, packing, cleaning, organizing my yarn, I was like, okay, Jen, are you really going to knit all of these fingering weight projects? No, you are not. So I reevaluated, and I have decided, I've made a whole new queue that I am going to use them, hold them double, and make DK worsted weight tank tops or camisoles, because I'm not going to have enough holding it double for a full shirt or sweater. So something with no sleeves would be perfect. And our school, I want to be able to wear them. Our school gets really hot in the winter because they use wood to heat it. And yeah. So the plan is, my wardrobe going forward, I'll add to it, is to wear tank tops with cardigans. So I have several cardigans that I am planning, tank tops that I'm planning to knit. So I'm just going to show you an example of what I am doing. This one's a t-shirt. The first one's a t-shirt. The swooping scoop top by Jessie Maed. I already have one that I've made that I like, but I need to fix, which I talked about in an episode. So I know that I only need 3 fingering weight skeins to make the body of the shirt. So that'll be this. I got this in a mystery bag. I don't even know where I got it from. I think it was a D-stash, actually. It was a D-stash. Somebody was selling their yarn that they didn't want anymore. So this is the Midnight Maker. And it is the colorway Fawn. So this will be the body. And then these two, this is left over from my love note. And this is my hand-dyed yarn. So this is Knit Picks that I dyed with black beans. Now I know, before any of you come to tell me black beans is fugitive, I know. I'm going to hold this double. There is this blue in it. You can see there's it's pretty similar. So if it fades over time, I'm not going to be upset because then it'll just be white. And that'll, I think, look good. It'll make it more blue. And yeah, I think it'll look good. Yeah. So that's going to become the Swooping Scoop Top by Jessie Maed. And yeah, I like that shirt. I already have one. And it's good transition piece for fall, spring. So this, which I've already talked about, juiced. I have 3. And this here is singles, right? So not good for socks. Singles is not single ply. So I'm going to hold it double and make the, I made a list. Ooh, lost my list. Okay, well, I believe I was going to make the Home Camisole by Caidre with this. Yeah. So I'll show you a picture here. And then this, okay, so this was a recent purchase because I love the color. I have the color in like her bulky weight. This is Comfy Cozy Knits. Again, the same as Juiced. The color is called Rosewood. Beautiful. I did buy this year. My last purchase. So I'm going to make the Soho top by Caidre. Both of the patterns are by Caidre, I believe. Let me just double check that. Yes, both of them are by Caidre. So I haven't knit anything by her yet, but her patterns are they look really simple and classic, and they'll be really easy to mix and match with different colors cardigans. So this will look really good. Also, come on, it's my color. Obviously you can see it's like almost the color of my hair. You can see why I was attracted to this color. So that's a little example of how I am planning to use up some of these fingering weight yarns that I have accumulated over the years. And hopefully there'll be those 3 patterns for sure, ones that I want to make in 2024. So yeah, all right. That was a little chatty bit about my thought process. I don't know, you can let me know in the comments how you've changed since you started knitting. Yeah. So what I'm wearing. This is the Cat Bells cardigan by Megan Nodecker. I really like it. It's really long. And surprisingly, this pattern was really easy to make. I do have some mistakes, but they're pretty... I accidentally showed you one when I stood up. But it's on the side where my arms go, so no one's going to see it. And I did put pockets on it. Yeah. So it goes down to almost my knees, which I love. And this yarn was Hobie merino and cotton, which is great. So I can wear it. It's perfect for a cold summer night. Also can wear it in the winter. And a nice neutral color. The yarn, it does get pretty... I made it about a year ago. And it looks a little not as polished as it could. But it's great for every day. That's what I wanted it for. So that's what I'm wearing. Finished object. Finally, the longest project. My nephew's blanket is done. Oh, let me see if I can. So, yeah, I obviously haven't woven in all the ends yet. I will get there. So, yeah. And there's the middle. I will probably never do this kind of pattern again because sewing it together was a challenge. So I mean, I have some pieces that look great, like here. Yes, perfect. Mattress stitch, you know, and here, beautiful. And then doing it on other colors. Well, actually that one's not so bad, but you can see the blue through it. Oh, this one's, oh, look at there. Oh, terrible. Okay, so this was a learning curve, but you know what? He's gonna love it. So yeah, I've been working on this project for probably 3-4 years. I don't even know how long. It's just been sitting, and I was determined. It's part of my stash busting year to get this project done. So I'm glad that it's done. I still have to weave in some ends, but that's not a big deal. That won't take me too long. And his birthday is July 3rd. So, yeah. And he loves cozy blankets, my whole family. It's like a Wallace thing. We love our cozy blankets. Our houses are always full of, cozy blankets on the couches. And so, yeah, he has one from that he's had since a little kid, but a little baby. He's still a kid. He's turning 8. He's turning 8. Yeah. So, he has one from when he was a baby, and it's rough. It's in rough shape. So this one can go with him into his teen years, hopefully. And it's bigger too. So yeah, that is my finished object. I'm so glad to get this done. And it's fun. The yarn is Lion Brand, feels like butter, and it is so soft. 100% acrylic, so I would definitely recommend that for a kid's blanket. All right, so my works in progress. Here is my quilty. I have not worked on it at all in the last 2 weeks. And yeah, so you can see the color work is not very, because as I've mentioned before when I talked about this, when I held the ball of yarn up, contrasting color against this blue, I'm like, oh, it'll look great. But then when you get into it, you realize there's a lot of this dark blue in it, so it kind of disappears. But I'm okay with that. It's pretty simple. This is gonna take me a while. I mean, I'm here, right? So I've got like another 8 inches probably to go. I'm short. So I never do the full 15. Usually they do 15 inches. I usually do 13, 14 inches in my shirts. So yeah, that project will be coming home with me, and I'll be trucking along, working on it this summer, and hopefully get it done by the end of July. All right, so another, which I talked about, part of my ruffle episode that I did. This is the ruffle dress by Pernil Larson. And I just cast it on last time. So I've got a pretty good chunk done. And I'm using Hobie cotton, Egyptian cotton. And they're these little 50-gram balls of yarn. I'm on my 3rd ball right now. So I am just going to knit it. As soon as I'm finished this ball, which I only have a little bit left, I'm going to do the ruffle. So what you do is you pick up all along the sleeves and this edge here, and you knit the ruffle from there. So I'm going to do that next, as soon as I'm done this. And then I'm just going to knit as long as I get. And it can be like a tunic or a long top for my little niece. Her birthday is end of June. It's in 2 weeks. So this is the project that I'm working on most right now. We still have 1 more week of school for teachers. It's not a lot. Like we have graduations and all that we have to help out with, and cleaning up our classrooms. But I get my students to clean my classroom the last day of school. So I'm almost done. I only need to spend like an hour packing up my classroom on Monday, and then I'm done. And so I'll have lots of knitting time. Shh, don't tell my admin. No, I help out obviously if they need help, but yes, I will have lots of time to knit in the next week, and I will be trying to get this done. It's going pretty good. You know, they say this is a fingering weight, but no, I don't think it is. I don't know. Like, this is worsted. Sorry, you probably can't see. Like a this is definitely DK. This is a DK weight. So if you are buying Hobie, no, it's more of a DK weight. So it's definitely going quicker. And yeah, hopefully that'll be done. So, and then next time you see this, it will be hopefully a picture of her wearing it. And of course, I got fed up with all my fingering weight projects and cast on something else. I have wanted to do this. I wanted to get this done before I came home for the summer, so I started another Hat Dana. This is the 5th one. I love this pattern. I've given some away as gifts, and I have one got destroyed. So sad. So I have one, and I wanted another one of different colors. So this is, again, this is Essence of Autumn, and this is the Cobblestones of, this is Panning for Gold. Panning for Gold. So yeah, you can kind of see. And yeah, I'm getting there. You just keep increasing until you get to a certain amount of stitches, and then you join in the round for the border. And this is Merino Cashmere Nylon, so it's really soft. My other one is BFL, so it's really hot and it's very scratchy. I don't wear it except for in the winter. So this one will be nice because it's soft and I can wear this more year round. Obviously you can tell I have a color theme here, yellows and oranges. So that is my other work in progress. That'll be done by the weekend probably. It doesn't take me long. And my last project is my scrappy project. This is getting packed up and put away for the summer. I'm not going to bring it with me home. And this is my Anasadora shawl. So you can see here, I have started decreasing. You can see that it's going. There's the V has showed up at the bottom. So I'm halfway done. But this, I'll work on it tomorrow, but then it's getting packed up. And yeah, and we'll show up next year in September. And hopefully finish it before Christmas. And this pattern though is a little weird to me because it has you decreasing. So you don't increase on this side, on the top edge, like this will be the top. You don't increase here, you only increase on the bottom, but you decrease on the top and on the bottom. That seems weird to me. I'm like, I need to go read the pattern. But no, it does. It wants you, or maybe I just didn't understand something. I don't know. That seems weird to me. But, it's really fun. And this will be fun to wear come winter. All right. That is everything. So hopefully you enjoyed this little rambling. about, yeah, the changes you go through as a knitter. And let me know, in the comments how you've changed since you started knitting. And I will see you hopefully in 2 weeks. We'll see. I'll be home, and it's going to be, when I get home, I sleep for a week. My nephews are always like, Jenny, come play with us. And I'm like, because the 3-day travel home takes a lot out of me, and driving and just catching up from being a teacher. But yeah, I will keep you posted, and I hope you have a good summer wherever you are, and enjoy your time with family and friends, whatever you're doing. All right, take care. I'll see you later. Bye.